What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are on this, the 30th. Yes, it's the 30th, the last day of the month of April. 22 hours, 30 minutes left in the day. We just started a new day, closing yesterday to the downside. We did not get a end of day rally. Unfortunately, nothing happened. We're just chilling, moving sideways, which is interesting because MicroStrategy closed to the upside, but Bitcoin closed to the downside. I don't know. Maybe it was up while MicroStrategy was still open in its stock day. I don't know. It does look like we dropped over the last few hours of the day, but still, I don't know. Anyways, guys, we didn't get an end of day rally. We had an end of day dump, is what it was. But a lot of volume here came in at the low. Not so much volume on the way down, but a lot of volume on the low. It's very possible still that we could see $102.4 thousand by the end of this month. And yes, the end of this month, by that I mean the next 22 hours and 30 minutes, we really could see 102.4K. The goal is to get above this line and close above this line by the end of the month, because if we do, we effectively bullishly engulf the whole consolidation phase here. Now, even though we only have 22 hours left, and it's a bit of a ways away for Bitcoin right now, I still do believe that it is very possible. We could see it. I'm not holding my breath over it, right? If it doesn't happen, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We could close here, we could close lower than here. We still get a bullishly engulfing candle, a bullish engulfing candle compared to last month's price action, right? I think it'd be nice if we could get above the wick at the least, but really engulfing this whole range, closing above 102.4 thousand would just be significant. I think it would look really significant, but who cares what I think, man? It's still significant. Bitcoin's still going to new all-time highs with or without it. I just think it would look nice. It's a nice goal to have. From here, within the next 22 hours and 28 minutes, we would have to move up about 8.2%. That's not a lot. That's not a crazy movement for Bitcoin, but these days, that kind of is asking a lot, to be completely fair. We only see these kind of percentages whenever Bitcoin really is on the move. So if we move up this, if we can move above 102.4K in the next 22 hours, you guys, that could signal some very positive things over the coming days and the coming weeks to come, not just the coming months. But tomato, whatever, man. It looks good. It looks good here. Looking at the monthly RSI, we are bouncing off the 60 area. The last time that we did this, we had 3 months, a quarter of a year of upside here. And even going into the fourth month, we had some green too. We just, we came down by the end of the month here, but we really did move up a lot after this last bounce. Overall, from a low point to a high point, that was a 122% move. If we look back here, whenever we bounced off the 60 as well, we were overbought, bounced off the 60, and we went up. That from a low to a high was a 140% move, 122%, 140%, both within about a quarter of a year's time, right? Or maybe even just under a half year's time, whatever. If this is the low here, I would assume that we do have a ultimate destination of something that's going to be around 160 or above. I really do expect that we will see 170 to 180K, maybe even higher than that by the end of June, or if not sometime in July. And it all starts now. So with or without that bullish engulfing candle of the whole entire range, I think we're still going to get that, but it would look nice, right? I'm a little bit bummed, a little bit disappointed, because I thought that would be so cool to see. But whatever, man, it doesn't need to happen, right? Sometimes, let's see, sometimes you do get the bullish engulfing candle and then you flop afterwards, right? It's not everything. Looking at this on a weekly time frame, weekly RSI. Again, I'm not discouraged with the price. I'm just discouraged because I wanted to see it happen. I thought that it would be cool. But it's still going to be cool even if it doesn't happen. Weekly RSI right in these areas that we want to bounce from, exceeding out of this, moving out of this at a nice pace as we have historically speaking, and it does look like we're going to go into this overbought zone, this overbought area here, and provide some stronger readings that will inevitably allow us to grow to new highs, right? Whenever we do move up, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I would assume that there are going to be stops along the way. The areas that I'm looking for as far as resistance goes would be about 120,000, 140,000, 160, 150K, somewhere in there, and then ultimately 170 to 180K, right? That's kind of the path before us. Right? What do I mean by the path before us? I just talked about a bunch of numbers, but literally I think we'll move up, probably find resistance somewhere in this zone, consolidate a little bit, move up again, right? Consolidate a little bit, move up, consolidate, and then move up here, and then in September we'll finally be at 180K. No, that's not what I mean. It's just the way that I have it drawn on the weekly time frame. It's harder to draw things close together, but I do believe that we're going to see these targets by the end of June, if not early July. Okay, looking at this here on a shorter term time frame, trying to get the short term stuff out of the way. Looking at the daily RSI, we are in a position now where we really can bounce off the overbought zone. This is a very prime position to be in, but we need to close today green. We need today to close green. If it doesn't, we might be getting overbought, and now we're not. And if we get out of the overbought zone, it's most likely that we would come down to the 60, if or lower, but at least to the 60. And if we were to do that, I would expect prices around $88,000 to $90,000. And I personally don't think that's going to happen. So that's why I think today will close green. I think that we will get some follow through to the upside. You don't need to bounce right off the overbought zone. You could go a little bit lower in all fairness. So if we get a slight red day, I'm not going to be totally behooved on the idea that we're going higher, right? I do still believe that we're going to go higher, but if we get some kind of significant day below like $93,000, then I would say, well, maybe we are going down, right? If we close today or tomorrow, any day below $93,000, I think that we would go lower. Is all I'm trying to say there. So looking at the daily RSI, we're in a prime position to bounce, but we're also in a prime position to decline if we just make a little bit of headway to the downside here. So close today green, get above. Ultimately, we want to get you above about $95,000. We start closing days above 95K. It's 100K and plus time, right? If we're looking at this on a 4-hour basis, 4-hour RSI actually looks pretty good. Neutral overall, but the price action is neutral too. Looks like you've cooled way the hell off and you're ready to go up, man. I mean, it's hard for me to be bearish here because looking at this, you just have a flat top with ascending lows. I mean, today really could be the day, you guys. Today, if not tomorrow or the next day, like sometime within the next 3 days, we'll be moving up. Like we can't really be in this range too much longer, right? We're either going to break to the downside or break to the upside. It's going to happen today or tomorrow, really, is what's going to happen. So I think that we're on our way. Next target area from here at $94,000, the very next target area would be something of about $100,000 to $104,000, right? 100.7, so closer to 101,000, all the way up to about 104.6, right? So something in this range could be where we go. If we the higher we go, the faster we go, the more bullish it'll be overall. It wouldn't surprise me if we stopped in this zone, but be aware we absolutely could exceed that, right? I wouldn't be surprised either if Bitcoin did just push for all-time highs right away, but we'll see. I'm kind of anticipating some consolidation at this point, stair-stepping along the way, because that seems to be how we're doing it, right? I did expect that we would move up faster than expected. That's what I've been saying here. And well, let's face it, guys. We've really been consolidating for the past week, so this is actually slower than I expected. Maybe it's faster than most people expected still, but I just can't see us ripping through to new all-time highs in a very short amount of time with the way they're moving so far. So I would anticipate 100.7 to 104.6K being our next destination, where we'll probably consolidate for a little bit. Maybe we pull back even, and then we'll ultimately rip to new all-time highs sometime in May, probably the middle of May, early May, something like that. That's when we'll be there. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say, so hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I like the 1 hour time frame. It looks like we are going to get a bounce here. It looks like today we'll be moving up, which is nice, right? Volume coming in at the lows. We love to see it. 4 hour time frame also looks somewhat bullish, to be completely fair. 15-minute time frame actually looks bearish, to be fair, on the 15-minute time frame. So maybe we move down a little bit by the time most of you watch this video. I don't know, but I would expect today to close green. So that's what we're looking for. Ultimately, we would love it if today closes above 102.4K. Even if today doesn't close there, even if we don't get the month to close above 102.4K, it's still a big level. It's still a significant level because that is the all-time high as far as monthly closes go. A monthly close is a significant thing in itself, but the all-time high is very significant. So 102, a lot of people might have their eyes on $100,000 as a significant price. I think the most significant price for us to watch right now is 102.4K. When we get above there on a closing perspective, let's say a weekly perspective or a multi-daily perspective, closing above $102.4 thousand, we are on our way to new all-time highs. That's the final barrier before we see that. So this, right now it's exciting. We're loading for new all-time highs, but once we're above here, once we're closing above here, it's time. It's time to go. We're going to see that in a very short amount of time. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And if you didn't, man, I had a long day today. Okay. I was on my feet a lot. I was doing a lot of work. I'm tired. I might not be in the best place as far as like my thoughts are. So sorry if this video wasn't everything for you, but if you don't like the video just because you're a hater, well, then I'm not sorry. I take it back. And no givesies backsies on the givesies backsies. All right, take care. Bye-bye. I'll see you on the next.